Hey guys, there we go. Hey everyone, sorry for the delay. I'm going live on Instagram and on YouTube and on Facebook at the exact same time. I'm not very techie, okay? So I just had to figure that out for a second. But if you're here, say hi in the comments. Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm so excited to go live. Today, you're in for a treat because we are talking all about luxury products and we're talking about their dupes. So, luxury products isn't something that I know a lot about. I know quite a bit about luxury makeup, but when it comes to luxury handbags, luxury clothing, that's not really in my wheelhouse. I've never really experimented a lot with looking into those products. I've never really bought any of those products. I don't even really have any luxury handbags at all. I only have like the lower tier luxury, like Coach, so I'm not an expert at all in the world of luxury, but I know a lot of you guys really love it. And I know a lot of you guys really love their dupes. And I'm not going to lie, the dupe world is a very exciting world. Oh, it's so nice to see everyone coming in. So anyway, we are having this live stream today with a friend of mine who's also a fellow creator named Sophia. Her channel is Sophia Sees Beauty, and she knows a lot about the luxury world. I went down the rabbit hole of her content, both on Instagram and on YouTube, and it's been really exciting and really fun kind of dabbling into that world and learning from her. And so I invited her on the channel. I'm so excited to have her. So welcome, Sophia, to the channel, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to chat with all of you today.
I'm so excited that you're here. Everyone is hopping on. Look at this. We have Seattle. We have, oh, look, everyone. Hi. Hi, Holly. Thank you for coming and watching. And look at Bronny. Oh, Bronny, you're coming from Australia. I read your comment before the live started. I usually watch the lives when they have finished due to time difference. I've only managed to see a couple when they're live, so I'm super excited. Oh, we're so excited to have you. Thank you for watching all the way from Australia. What's your time difference right now? It can be crazy. I love dupe videos, girl. You and I both. That's why we need Sophia here, because as much as I know all there is to know about makeup, when it comes to luxury products that are not makeup products, I don't know. I get questions sometimes and I'm like, I have no idea. I do not know. That is not my world at all. Hey, Emma, welcome to your first live. Okay, you guys. So if you don't know who Sophia is, we need to get to know her right now. So Sophia, tell everyone hanging out about you and how you started YouTube and about your channel.
Yeah, absolutely. So hi, everybody. My name's Sophia. I live in Dallas, Texas, but I'm originally from New Jersey. And my channel is all about everyday makeup and accessible luxury styles. I do a little bit of a mixture of luxury, beauty, but also kind of like bags and accessories and fashion as well. And I'm obsessed with luxury, but what I'm really obsessed with mostly is just really good quality products. And I don't think that you need to spend a lot to get something that is good quality. So I'm really excited today to show you some of my favorite, I guess, dupes or affordable alternatives that are favorites within my collection. And I got into beauty, I would say, was my first love when I was a child. I don't know, I was just obsessed with makeup. I actually tried to make my own skincare and makeup as like a 10-year-old with like little things that I had around the house. And that was just kind of like the start of that love for me. I grew up in a family with a lot of women. Like I had a lot of aunties, a lot of girl cousins. So I was always surrounded by a lot of like traditional femininity. And I loved makeup. I loved dress up and fashion and all of that. And I would say my first like luxury love, or what was luxury to me, and I guess still is, was Coach. I am a big Coach girl. I still very much love the brand. I still have my Coach tote bag from high school in the cabinet behind me, and I still use her. And what really struck me with that brand is just like the amazing quality. I still think it's an amazing investment today, and especially like quality for the price. So that's always something I very much valued. And then I would say I got a little bit more into kind of like the luxury realm once I graduated from college. I was working my first job, and I really just wanted to find my first kind of like investment bag, so to speak. And I just went down a complete rabbit hole of luxury YouTube. And I felt like I learned so much about like where to spend my money and like what would work for me and the quality that really inspired me later on in life to kind of apply these passions that I have to my own YouTube channel. And so here I am.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a great story. You know, it's funny because I was recently in Texas with some other creator friends and we went shopping and they wanted to go to all like the luxury stores and they're so beautiful, right? And I have this collect. The only thing that I love, not the only thing that I love that's luxury, let's be real, but the one thing that I really love that's luxury that I actually do collect are luxury shoes.
Ooh.
And I don't have any luxury handbags other than one Coach one that I bought this like in December, like on Boxing. It's really cute. I wish I had it to show you guys. It's so cute. And it's just like the quality is amazing, like you said. And I love, love, love luxury shoes. And my creator friend was like, it's funny that you would invest in these luxury shoe pieces, which really are statement pieces. They're like collectibles. I display them. She's like, you know, when really you're wearing a stiletto like that, maybe once every few months. And it's true. I work from home. Right. And she's like, why wouldn't you spend that money on a luxury handbag that you wear every single day to the grocery store, to kids drop offs, you know, because the quality is so amazing and it's a day-to-day thing. And it really made me change my perspective on luxury bags, you know, because they are an investment of quality and they can be worn every day. So really the price per wear is much lower than a luxury shoe, which is what it's like my dirty vice or whatever.
Well, I think that's why for most luxury fashion houses, it's the bags. It's like those staple accessories that really drive the revenue and the success of the house. And we've seen it with many brands within the past year. Like as long as you have one hit handbag that everybody loves, that's, you know, practical and well made, you know, you can catapult to the top of, you know, popularity lists everywhere if you just are able to kind of have that offering for your customers. Yes,
absolutely. So let's kick it off. Are you guys ready to kick it off? Oh, we have some great. The Coach bag I have has to be about 20 years old. Yes, Monica. That's amazing.
I think mine is too.
Yeah, she says, I used to have a collection of Coach bags in my late 20s and one Louis Vuitton. I go a different route in my 40s. Oh, I love this. Look, everyone's in love with their Coach. Guys, I didn't know this was a thing. I'm learning things every day. I feel like my whole life is absorbed in hair and makeup and I need to like expand my horizons this year. I love buying secondhand. Do you ever shop secondhand, Sophia?
All the time. All the time. I love buying secondhand because you can find such good deals and some of the bags are like brand new. Like very gently used. And I love like hunting for good finds or maybe something that, you know, was from a collection I admired years ago, but I couldn't afford it at the time. And it's like, ooh, this like treasure from years past, like a part of fashion history almost.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Well, why don't we start with one of your finds? Because they hear me babble every week. So let's start with one of your luxury versus dupe finds.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to kick things off with a bag because I'm a handbag addict. And maybe some of you have seen this handbag before, like on social media or in your day-to-day in the mall, wherever. This is the Celine Triomphe bag. Now, there was an older version of this bag, you know, with different creative directors. There are slight things that change. But this is the newer one that has like the little Triomphe logo in the center. And I love Celine because everything about the aesthetic is very classic. It's very elegant. It's very French and timeless. And I love the quality of the materials. But this bag is pretty expensive. It's like it's a couple $1,000s for kind of like a more simple classic bag. One of the brands that I've just fallen in love with is called Atelier Auguste. I want to show you this bag I have from them right here. It's in this beautiful burgundy color. And this particular model, I got the wider one just because it fits more stuff. but they actually have a model that is almost like basically exact in shape to the Celine one. But you can see it's like very similar vibes, very similar type of style, like streamlined, classic. And I actually would say that these bags from Atelier Auguste, it's a Parisian brand, I actually think that they're a little bit more practical. Hopefully it's coming across on camera, but this is like it's like a coated leather. It's still very soft, but it's even more durable than the box cap that you see on the Celine bags, which is gorgeous, but let's be real, like it is prone to scratches. This I've taken like on a plane with me. I've stuffed it full of things, my headphones, snacks, all kinds of stuff. It's a very practical bag. I can toss it around and you can see there's like literally not a scratch on there. All of their bags come with a crossbody strap because while they're obviously very beautiful, they are designed for function as well. And this brand, I should also mention just like a little bit of the backstory. I was able to meet their founders because I went to their boutique in Paris. It's a very small brand. Everything is produced in Italy with Italian leather, and the designs come from like their Parisian workshop. The founders used to be architects back in the day. And then with the financial crash of 2008, they were like, maybe we should like try and do something else and start a different business. So they got into handbags of all things. So all of their designs have this very kind of like architectural type of vibe and silhouette. So they're very much inspired by architecture. But what I like about this is that it has the same sort of vibe and style of Celine, if that's a brand that you admire, just like me. But it still very much has its own personality and details that are a reflection of the brand itself. That's what I really like about it.
Yeah, it's not like a direct copy because sometimes that's tacky, this is like the same vibe, but it's its own thing with its own story, which is really cool.
Exactly. Yeah. And like other brands like Coach, for example, do this as well, where you see something and you're like, oh, okay, it's a hobo bag, like this one luxury bag, similar silhouette, but they add the Coach hardware and, the glove tan leather and the whip stitch. So there'll be certain like house codes that you can say, oh, that's very quintessentially that brand. Although the style might be reminiscent of something, like triple, quadruple the price.
Yeah. Lori is asking, how do you know if it's genuine?
So these I purchased directly from the boutique. Like they don't sell with any other resellers. You just order it straight off of their website. So it's not one of those situations where you're buying it like on the pre-loved market.
What is the price range of these bags? Corey's asking.
It really depends on the bag. So, and they also have like small leather goods. So some of the small leather goods are going to be more like $100, $200. Whereas the bags are going to be in like the $400 to $600 range because some of them are quite large. So some of the larger ones are more expensive. Yeah. So this one is $514.
Yeah. If you guys want to take a look, we have links in the description box of everything that we talk about. So if you're curious about something, you want to go take a look at it, you can find the link for it, or you can go on the website and search for it, of course, but the link is kind of an easier way to find it. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ready for mine? I'm excited. Back to makeup. Back to
Yay.
Okay. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This is such a staple makeup artist foundation. I feel like every makeup artist has this in their kit in nearly every single color. And the reason people love it is because it claims to be a medium to full coverage foundation. But if I'm being honest, having tested hundreds of foundations, I would say that it's more of a light to medium coverage. Okay, you can build it up, but not as much as you can build up like Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is like that really full coverage bulletproof style foundation. The reason that this is a cult favorite in the makeup artist world is because it has the most beautiful luminous finish. So if you have normal to dry skin, even combination to dry skin, you will get a beautiful finish that feels very skin-like, is very luminous, and is incredibly flattering on camera. So if you're using, if you're using it for photography, family photos, headshots, it really photographs like a dream. I don't love it for very oily skin because of the glow factor that it has. It really doesn't control oil. But other than that, it is like a cult classic. Yeah, Lori's saying, I love that foundation. So expensive. It is so expensive. Putting this in my kit kills me because I'm not buying one, I'm buying like 30. So I found a dupe for it. And the reason that I found this dupe is because I went on a serious hunt for it. I bought like every drugstore foundation I could find, and I tested them for weeks to find one that wore and felt as similar as possible. And the one that I found, this was actually for a this, not that video. I do those on the channel sometimes where I'm like, choose this, not that, do this, not that. And I did this with a lot of different products, and I found some amazing dupes from that video. It took me weeks to make that video, but it was worth it because I was like, man, I have so much knowledge now. So the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow has almost an identical formula. I don't know in terms of the actual like chemical formula of it. I didn't look into that if it's identical in that way. But if you put them side by side, you cannot tell which one is which. In fact, for my video, I did half my face with Luminous Silk, half my face with L'Oreal Pro Glow. I went in really close and I showed you guys. You couldn't even see a demarcation line. Like it looks and reads exactly the same on the skin, and it wears the exact same way on the skin. So this is a phenomenal dupe for this. If you want this, but you don't care about the glass packaging, the beautiful emblem, like all the things that make it feel special. If you don't care about that, you really just care about formula. I'm telling you, this is like the same damn thing. Okay, so Armani is 69 USD. It's like 90 something Canadian if you're Canadian.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Canadian prices right now are like killer because our currency is not strong right now. So the conversion is brutal, like brutal. So yeah, you're spending about $100 Canadian for the 69 if you're American, but the L'Oreal is $11.99, guys. It's under $15.
Wow.
That's a big difference.
That is amazing.
Right? And they're both 30 mils. So you're getting the exact same amount of product in either. And if you travel a lot, I'm going to be honest, this one's easier to travel with because it's plastic. It's much lighter. Yeah, nice tube, hygienic. So that's my little dupe for you.
I love that.
Let's see here. I'm popping this one up. Hi, Nydia. So many drugstore brands are under the same umbrella as some luxury brands. I swear some formulas are the same. So this is an actual fact. So I didn't want to tell you guys this because it's kind of a secret, and it's also been kind of like dominating my life. But since you're my live stream people, you're like my core loves. So I've been working on a makeup brand for the last year that is ruining my life. I'm just kidding. Am I kidding though? Am I kidding? I've been formulating things. It's a makeup brand for really focus and cater to the mature woman, to mature skin. And I've been working with a lot of manufacturing facilities all over the world, testing products, changing formulas, going back and forth. And there are like their big players, right? The manufacturing facilities, and they create the products for all of the different brands. So I'm not saying it's exactly the same. There's obviously like formulation differences per brand, but I think it's a lot more like smoke and mirrors than you think. It's a lot like packaging, glass being used, embossing of things, the way that it's branded and put together, and like the visual appeal of it, and not always the formula. But we'll get into that more in more videos. spilling all the tea today.
You're spilling the tea today.
I know. We'll see. We'll get into that in more videos. I'm not ready to share it yet. I'm only sharing it with you guys because you're my live stream family. Thanks for the inside scoop, says Monica. Oh, did you know that L'Oreal Group owns Armani makeup? No effing way. I didn't know that. Really? Well, that makes sense because I'm not kidding. I tried like every single drugstore foundation, compared them, and this formulation's almost the same. And that's compared to like all like Rimmel, Maybelline, all of them. So, that's very cool. Okay, Sophia, you're up, baby.
Okay, so we're going to be doing a jewelry dupe next. So I know you can't see them, but I am wearing these earrings right here. And if you are a Bottega Veneta fan, then you might be familiar with their drop earrings. So they basically look exactly like this. They're very, very expensive, but I found these which look, like I said, very similar from a brand called Ana Luisa. I first heard about Ana Luisa, I think because they worked with a couple of other YouTube creators that I've followed before. So like I knew about the brand. I saw my friends wearing these pieces. I thought they looked nice. And I guess because I thought that the pieces looked so nice, I thought they were more expensive than they were. And then this past year, I actually went and took a look at their site, and I realized they have some really beautiful and very affordable pieces. And so I spotted these and instantly knew that I had to give these a try because I do like higher end jewelry, but I can't afford to purchase that every single year. Like fine jewelry is nice, but I love to find things that use like real silver, gold vermeil that look just as good as the luxury version. And I get so many compliments on these. I wear these in a lot of my videos and people are always asking me where I got them from. So these are a fantastic dupe for the ones from Bottega, which are $880, and these are $75.
You want to hear a funny story? So when I was a tiny little baby creator, Ana Luisa reached out and they said,
really?
"We can gift you some stuff, and you could just like mention it in the videos casually or don't, and just wear it and put it in the description box." I'm like, yeah, it was really small at the time. I'm like, sure. They sent me a whole collection of their jewelry.
Yeah.
Their jewelry's gorgeous.
It's very nice. Like I said, I thought these were going to be a couple $100 by the way that they looked when I see other people wearing the pieces.
Yeah, Lori's saying she has some of and she loves them.
Oh,
I agree. I have one that's it's so cute. It says Mama. It's just like Mama. Yeah. And when I started my channel, my kids were really little still. And I just would wear that all the time. Like I'd be holding Ollie, my little baby, and I'd have my little mama necklace. And it was so well made. Just beautiful.
And these are not heavy. I always get those questions because I know some people, they don't like heavy earrings. They're not heavy. They're pretty, they don't feel chintzy, but like they don't weigh down my earlobes.
Amazing. All right, guys. Another product that people really love is brow gels with fiber. Okay, so if you guys don't know about fiber brow gels, the reason that they are so beloved is because they tame your eyebrows and place them in the position that you want them to be placed in, but they also add these little hair fibers to your hair and it bulks them up. It's like almost like a filler or like a little bit of like an extension for your actual eyebrows. Very, very easy to wear. If you're not a makeup girly, you don't want to fill your brows in, you just need like a colored fibrous brow gel, and it's going to make them look so much fuller but still very natural. It's very easily wearable. So one of the ones that I have been reaching for a lot that I actually am really loving is the one by Merit. Sometimes I find these fibrous brow gels can be too much, and then they look a little bit, it's like too much, and it's like, I don't know, it's too thick, it's too goopy, it's too much. This one is not too much. This one is really nice. You get your little fibers in there. You get your color in there. I use this a lot. Like when I'm going to the gym, for example, I know it's so vain of me to do this, but I'll always wash off all my makeup because I don't want to be sweating with all this makeup on. But then I will quickly, before going to the gym, put my hair in a bun and I'll just put this through my brows and it just like elevates your look, right? So the one by Merit, it's not high end luxury, but we're still looking at Sephora pricing. So let's pop it up down here. Get my girl Lori to pop it up. Yeah, so it's $24 for this product. e.l.f. has one that's almost identical. I thought I had it, but I've actually used all of the colors up in my kit. I didn't buy, I wanted to show you guys, I actually show you, but then right before going live, I'm like, oh my God, I've literally used every color I own. And it's, yeah, the blonde, the brown, like I've used all of them up because every time I have a model in or I'm working with someone or I'm working on set, I always reach for that one because when we're stocking our kit, we often look for products that perform the same as high end, but they're not as expensive since we're buying them in all of the colors and we're rebuying them often. That one, again, is a product that I see all makeup artists carry in their kit. I know a lot of you guys love Nikki LaRose. She's my friend, she's an amazing makeup artist in LA. I actually learned about that product from her. She's a huge fan of it. It's called Brow Wow by e.l.f. Okay, it is $5, guys. $5. It's exactly the freaking same. Again, less fancy packaging. It will do the same job. Despina said, are you lovely ladies going to do a roundup of your recommendations at a later time? I missed the first few minutes. You can definitely catch the replay. So this is going to go live on my channel. It's going to stay on there the whole time. It's not going to be taken down. So definitely catch the replay and then you'll see the beginning. All right, you're up.
Awesome. Okay, let's do a fashion one. I'm gonna show you guys this jacket that I am wearing today. Hopefully you can see it. It's this beautiful, festive, bright pop of red. I believe this style is called like a Chelsea jacket. It's just like that very classic collarless tweed style. And if you can't tell from this jacket and my bag, red is my favorite color. But if you're like me, maybe you are once again a fan of Celine. I'm also a big fan of that like classic French girl Chanel type of look, but I cannot afford the Celine and Chanel ready to wear. So an example of one of these jackets, this one happens to be Celine. This is the one that they have this season that I really, really love. But they do this in so many different colors. They have like a light blue, they'll do it in leather, they'll do it in boucle, in tweed, etc. This is kind of the vibe, the style. One brand that I really like for this type of aesthetic and style, a lot of really cute classic pieces, is called Goelia. That's where this blazer that I have today is from. And they come out with new pieces each season. And just like all of the Celine and Chanel jackets, they do this kind of style in so many different colors. I really feel like their tweed pieces is where they shine because you have kind of like they feel substantial, but they're still very like comfortable to wear for every day. So for example, like I wore this jacket to Christmas dinner, like dress it up a little bit, but I also can just wear it, you know, every day with a pair of jeans and like some little black boots. I wanted to show you another little example here that I have. This is a cardigan from Goelia. So you have like the kind of Chanel-esque cream white, you have the black piping, you have these beautiful little buttons. They have kind of like this gorgeous pearly detail. And everything is obviously a fraction of the price compared to the Chanel and Celine ones. I think that most of the jackets are around like 100, 130. This one's a little thicker, so it's 190, but they do a lot of like sales and coupon codes. So definitely gives you the like exact same look as the over $5,000 Celine Chelsea jacket.
I've always wanted a jacket like that.
It's so easy to wear and like dress up or down. You could even put like a t-shirt under this, like a little graphic tee and some jeans. It's very
Yeah.
easy to wear.
And it feels like you're put together. Like even if you put your hair in a ponytail real quick, you put your brow gel on, the e.l.f. one,
Yeah,
some jeans, a little heel, right? A little lip gloss, and you have a
totally.
jacket. Like you look so put together.
Absolutely. I love this silhouette. It's very classic. It's never going to go out of style, so you don't have to buy it thinking like, "Oh, can I wear this next year?" because it's literally been around for decades.
Yeah. Myra, thank you so much for your super chat.
Oh,
That is so nice. I really appreciate it. You need advice for dry scalp. Okay, this is what I have to tell you. I'll do it real quick before we get back to our luxury products. So when it comes to scalp issues, I always think it's a good idea to go to the doctor and make sure that it's not something else. Oftentimes I see a lot of kids, especially with like psoriasis or eczema, and they think it's dry scalp or their parents think it's dandruff, but it's actually like a skin condition and it's something else that actually needs treatment, whether that's a steroid or if it is dandruff and maybe not dry scalp, you need to get on a dandruff treatment because I believe dandruff is actually fungal. And so if you have a lot of flaking, a lot of itching, a lot of irritation issues, I would go like next up and go look at a doctor first or a dermatologist before you start doing, oils. Hair oils can be really good for scalp dryness or really conditioning products. But more often than not, when I saw this in my salon or in my studio, it wasn't just dry scalp. It was like an irritation issue with like a psoriasis or an eczema. So that is my advice for you. All right. Wow, Celine is so expensive. Yes.
it's very expensive.
Celine is like top tier luxury, right?
Yes. Chanel is even more expensive, believe it or not, if you can imagine that. But yes, Celine is very much like A-list luxury.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Bronny, thank you. She says she likes my top color and style. My mom bought this for me for Christmas. Isn't it so cute? It's a little crop top. See?
I love that with the high-waisted pants.
Yeah, my little faux leather pants, trying to winterize it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys want to move into a highlighter style product or do you want to move into a shadow style product? Let me know in the comments. What do you want first? Yeah, Lori said good advice. Yeah, I just find sometimes as much as I could say like you should use oils or you should do scalp massage, every time I've seen scalp issues in the salon, it's almost always connected to a skin issue, usually psoriasis. Okay, so I don't want to say like just use this because sometimes then if it's a skin issue, if you put oils and stuff on it, it could actually get worse. So I'm very hesitant when giving any type of like medically advice. Okay, shadow. Oh my God, overwhelming. Guys, not a person said highlight. Okay. All right, we ready? Okay, so let's pop this baby up here. I don't have this palette anymore. I used to have it. It's Tartelette in Bloom. I do have a lot of Tarte palettes. I'm actually using a Tarte palette on my eye today. The Tarte palettes are beautiful. They're very buttery in their consistency. They always have a mix of matte and then shimmer shadows, which are really nice when you're looking at a color story or a color family in a palette. So you guys can see this one has your nice like matte bone color, which is great for a highlight for the brow bone or even for the lid. And then you have your contour colors, which are great, like that second one on the top. Jet Setter, I think is what it is. That one is great as a contour color for the crease. And then you have your smoky shades, which are usually also matte. So you can see there you have your smoky browns, your blacks, all of that. And then you have your shimmer shadows, which look amazing right on the lid as a highlight. Okay, so love Tarte, have loads of their palettes. This one in Bloom is beautiful, beautiful color story. Now I found a dupe for it that works very well with almost the same colors, and it is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. So when you first see this, are we in focus? I think we are. Here, I'm going to put myself big here so you guys can see it. So when you first see this, you're going to be underwhelmed because the packaging isn't exciting. The packaging feels like cheap. It's very plastic. It's not luxury feeling at all. But the shadows themselves are, whoop, there we go. They are very, very, very similar in color. And again, you have your matte shadows mixed with your shimmer shadows, and you have all of the tones that you need to create all of the looks that you want, as long as the look that you want is warm. Okay, this is a warm palette. So we have our bone color, we have contour colors, we have smoky colors, we have lid shimmer colors to bring forward the lid and add that translucency to it. Absolutely beautiful, works very, very well. The pigment payoff, the texture is very similar to Tarte for a fraction of the price. So Tarte is $47. This one is $20. Something else that's really cool about this palette is that you actually get way more colors than the Tarte. So you even have more color options. There's another palette I reach for all the time. You guys have probably seen in my videos if you're regular viewers. It's the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. They have Master Mattes Warm, Master Mattes Cool. I have both of them. I use them all the time. They're very kind of neutral, simple colors that you can build on. This has a lot of the Master Mattes Warm shades, and it performs very similarly. So if you need, if you need something like this, it's definitely worth it. Despina's saying, I have this palette. It's great. It is. It's really great. And Hayden here, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Have you ever tried the Milkshake hairline? The stuff works really well and some smells like a perfect vanilla. You want to hear something funny? When I had my salon, so before I was a full-time YouTuber, I had a salon, a really tiny little salon, and I actually carried the Milkshake line. So I have tried.
Oh.
Yeah. And the reason I carried it, if I'm being completely honest, is because if I used it on a client, because it smelled so amazing, they would 100% buy it. So I wanted to get clients on good hair care, not for an upsell. I didn't even really upcharge it, to be honest. I wanted them to be on great hair care because then my work looked better and it was easier for me in the next appointment if their hair was in really good shape. So I smelled that line. I also carried KMS, but if I used Milkshake, people, the second I used it, people would say what is that? And they would buy it because it smells so amazing. And did you know that the smell is not from a synthetic fragrance? It's actually from the ingredients in the bottle. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great product line. They use
check this out.
Yeah, the vanilla smell, the cake smell, is from the milk protein. There's milk protein and it smells like that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You're up.
All right. That is a stunning palette, by the way. I love the colors. Do you want another clothing piece? Because I have some cashmere here, or do we want another handbag?
Clothing or handbag?
Yeah.
You guys vote in here.
Let me know what you want to see.
It's going to come in hot.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it.
I'm
clothing, cashmere.
Cashmere.
Oh. Okay. Oh, either. All right, let's do the cashmere then. Let me pull this out here. Okay.
Oh, you guys are fun. When we have a ton of audiences like this, it makes it so much more fun. Thank you guys for commenting and for being here.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you to those of you who are voting. I appreciate it. Okay, so there's this one sweater that me and my mom and my subscribers all love. It is from Vince. And Vince has very good quality, really nice. I particularly like their sweaters, but they have great clothes in general. And there's this one sweater. I have it in 3 different colors, and it is this delicious, thick funnel neck cashmere sweater. I think we have a photo of it. There we go. That's the green color. But I have this in a couple of colors. And I wait till it goes on sale because it is quite expensive. I think it's between like $300 and $400. It is a lot. Oh, Corey, you're on to me here, okay? Because I was looking for a dupe because I was like, this sweater's it's a little bit expensive, and me and my mom like it a little bit too much. So to protect our wallets, I found basically the same exact sweater from a brand that is somewhat new to me. I've been testing out a lot of their bestsellers over the past like 2-3 months or so. And their cashmere is very, very soft. I now have a couple of their sweaters, but I specifically got this one because I wanted to know, can this be an affordable dupe to the Vince funnel neck cashmere sweater? And I am excited to report that it is almost the same. Like it's maybe like slightly thinner, but it's actually softer, I think, than the Vince one. And the shape is basically the same. So I got it in this beautiful heather gray, but they make it in all kinds of colors. So yeah, this one is 119, and all of their cashmere is Mongolian cashmere. I wish I knew more details about what that actually meant, but it's supposed to be premium, and it definitely feels that way. So I was really excited to find this, just like your Armani dupe.
That is really nice. I'm obsessed with cashmere. I love it so much.
Laurie asked, do they carry larger sizes? Yes, I believe they do. I can't remember what the largest one is, but they have a pretty wide range of sizes. I wear the size extra small in this one because it does run a little bit like on the roomier side. So just in case you're trying to pick out your size, I would go with maybe your regular one or maybe one size smaller.
Okay, good to know. Does it wash well?
I don't usually wash cashmere. I usually dry clean it. So I'm not sure yet. I am going to be testing that though, because I want to do a Quince video, and I have been asked that question, but usually I just get them dry cleaned and they come back looking like perfectly brand new.
Okay, that's good to know. I've wrecked actually a lot of cashmere sweaters. They shrink even without putting them in the dryer. Like they shrink in water.
It is very difficult to wash cashmere. You really have to, like, I guess, have the right detergents and temperatures. So I haven't experimented yet, but I am going to do it for science very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Glenda, I love you so much. So Glenda is like a regular viewer. Thank you for being here, Glenda, and thank you for liking my backdrop. Sophia and I were talking about it earlier today.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah, this backdrop it looks really fancy on camera, but it is so obnoxiously ugly in real life. It's like funny how good it looks. I have to post it on Instagram so you guys see like reality versus the internet world, because this looks really fancy, but in real life it's a piece of paper. It's literally a piece of paper hanging up. So that's awesome. I love Quince. I bought their cashmere sweaters and joggers for gifts. Oh, joggers would be delectable.
Just hang around the house in like your cashmere joggers, like so fancy.
Here for that life.
I love it.
Guys, I'm going to tell you one now. I'm going to jump to a different one. So I talked about this in my luxury makeup video, and it's the Gucci Multi-Use Balm. So I'll show you a little bit close up here, get it to focus. So this is a product that I was convinced to buy when I was in Holt Renfrew in Toronto. And look, I've used so much of it. What this is, they told me it's a multi-use balm. So basically, it's like a Vaseline style product in this gorgeous little package. I love this package. I'm a sucker for it.
Beautiful.
I love everything about it. The color, isn't it so pretty? You can use it on your cuticles. You can use it on your elbows, anywhere that you're dry. I use it every night on my cuticles. I keep it on my bedstand. You can also use it as like chapstick, and it is really hydrating and very, very nice. It is very expensive though. And what you're paying for here, 100% is this gorgeous little box thing, like jar, whatever. And, you know, if you like these types of really vintage style little containers, it is definitely worth the money in my opinion, because it is amazing quality and it's beautifully designed. And once you when you run out of the multi-use balm, you can wash it out and use it as a pill case, or you can fill it with Vaseline or whatever, and you'll always have it. But if you need a product like this, another really good place to use this before I show you my next product is under the eyes if you get very dry and crepey with your concealer. Now, products like this that are thick under the eyes can cause milia. So I just have to let you guys know that. So if you are prone to getting milia, you definitely want to be careful with that. But if you're not prone to getting milia, it can be really nice to put a really thin layer of this, let it sit for a minute, and then use your concealer. And what it does, it almost fills in the fine lines and wrinkles. And I learned about that from Scott Barnes. Okay, he did a video about it. I also went to his masterclass in person this year. I learned a lot about that from him. So with that said, he doesn't use this product. He actually uses Aquaphor lip balm. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. It went viral on my channel. It went viral for me on TikTok and Instagram. It was like a huge thing, and it's because it's so unheard of. This is literally lip balm, and you put it under your eyes, you blend it out, and almost works like spackle. It like fills in the fine lines and wrinkles, but it also creates a really strong barrier of hydration so that when you put concealer on top of it, the concealer doesn't get all wrinkly and like dry and patchy, which is a really big problem for women as they get older, myself included. I have so many issues with my under eyes. It's like my biggest struggle for sure. It's definitely my first signs of aging now that I'm almost 39. And I know because it is such a struggle for me at this age, it's definitely going to be a big struggle for me as I get older and older. So Aquaphor has been a really cool kind of hack. This is a super luxury bougie version of it, $55. This is a $5 version of it that works exactly the same. And then with that said, this formulation, like if you want a cuticle oil, you guys, this literally does the same thing. They actually sell this in like a giant version that I got at the Scott Barnes masterclass in Dallas. He actually gave it, like all of us makeup artists, one of them. It's like a giant version. You can use it on your legs. You can use it on your elbows. You can use it wherever the hell you want. So
do they sell that in the stores, the giant ones?
Yeah, it's huge. It's like, I was looking for it to show you guys. I couldn't find it. I'm like, where the hell did I put that? It's literally the size of this.
No way. I need to look for that.
Yeah. And it's like,
God.
It's like big and wide. So if you want to like rub it on your entire legs, like if you want that super glowy leg look when you're out with like a mini skirt,
yes,
you can use it as like a moisturizer.
I have such dry skin. I actually love the Aquaphor hack. I do it all the time because I have very dry skin, especially around my eyes. And I feel like with some of my like more full coverage concealers, it just helps it blend and sort of sheer out a lot more naturally. So I kind of get the same effect, but it's not like, doesn't look crepey underneath the eyes. I love it.
And Scott uses it on like, because Scott Barnes does like J-Lo's makeup. He's a celebrity makeup artist. He works mainly with J-Lo, but he was saying in his masterclass that he'll put it on like nasal labial folds. He'll put it anywhere where concealer creases to create that barrier. And it's just such a brilliant hack. Honestly, it's brilliant. It's a really good idea that I would have never thought of doing, you know? All right. Oh, Monica's saying it gave me milia after 2 uses. The Tula is much better for me. So Tula also has like a stick. I also have that. I have the cooling one. They also have one that's.
I have that one.
It's very nice too.
Feels really nice under the eyes.
Yeah. So that one works too. It's different though. The Tula one isn't as emollient. And I'm sure that's why you're getting milia from Aquaphor, not from Tula. But regardless, if you're prone to milia, stay away. It's so annoying to get milia. It's hard to get rid of it. And so I'm glad you found an option that works for you. All right, Sophia, let's see this handbag.
Okay, let me show this to you guys. This is a really, really cool handbag, very special. So I'll talk about the luxury ones first. The sort of like hobo bag style and also like the moon bag style are very, very popular these days. I know there's the Prada RK bag, which is the brown one that you see right there. That has been super popular over the past year or so. And I love the look of that bag and just the general shape. There's also I'm a big Bottega fan, the Bottega Veneta. I believe this is called the hula hoop bag. And it's pretty cool because you can use it top handle, but it also kind of turns into a shoulder bag with that other strap. I love this style, but just like everything else we've been talking about today, each of these is like a couple $1,000s. So I wanted to introduce you to this brand right here. This is called Songmont. And this bag style, this is their most popular one that they're known for, but they have a lot of really good ones. This is called the Luna bag. Luna as in moon, because it's like that moon style of bag. It's made, gosh, it smells so good as I'm holding it up right here. It's made of this beautiful grained leather. And there's this other creator here on YouTube. His name is Tanner Leathersmith. That's like his stage name, or I guess. And he has a really interesting YouTube channel where he takes bags like this, but also luxury bags. He actually rips them apart because he's like a leather artisan. And he has all of these little treatments and things that he does to determine the quality of the leather. And he gives you his opinion at the end of the video of like, okay, here's what I think of the quality. Here's how much I think this bag costs to make. And here's what it's retailing for. And it's very interesting because it helps you understand just like the quality and the craftsmanship that goes into all of these goods. And this bag was voted one of his, I think it was top 10, top 5 bags that he evaluated over the course of the year just because of the quality of the leather and the craftsmanship. But putting all of that aside, what I wanted to show you guys is that you can actually wear this bag several ways. So first off, this is like how it opens. It has a little magnet. That's what it looks like inside. I have this in the beautiful ivory. It's a shoulder bag, right? So you can wear it like this, or you can wear it in the crook of your arm. But what's really cool is that it also comes with this crossbody strap. So the crossbody strap, you can take this part off. I'm going to show you in a second. And you can attach the crossbody strap to these little D-rings on the side. So we already have a shoulder version, obviously top handle, and you have crossbody. But you can take the handle off like this, and then you bring the two sides together, and voila, you have an adorable little dumpling shape, almost like clutch evening bag. So you can carry it like this, you can carry it like this. And I just love how functional this is. Some people also go like this, and you have something a little bit more avant-garde, so to speak. But I like it just kind of the plain, clean little dumpling shape. So I love how they really thought about the functionality of this bag, how you can wear it in different ways. This one is the like regular standard size, but they also have a mini size, and they even have one size bigger, just depending on your preferences. And they also have some really beautiful suede versions that they launched this year because suede is super big for 2024 and 2025.
I love that. I'm literally going to buy it after this live stream.
Isn't it cute?
It is so cute.
Yeah. So
you can
good.
That as like an evening clutch.
Right. Exactly. Like you don't need to buy several bags. If you are running errands, do the crossbody. If you're just like going shopping, going to lunch, do the shoulder bag, going out to dinner, you can do this. Perfect, right?
Like a fortune cookie.
Yes. It's like a little fortune cookie or dumpling shape, all the foods. Isn't that so cute? And yeah, the other bags, I think they're almost like with tax, 3,000 USD. And this one is 512 USD.
Yeah.
So yeah, the quality's definitely there.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's really great that it can be used for so many different occasions. It's one of those, it's so functional.
Yeah, if you're going to buy one bag, you're going to get a lot of use out of something like this.
Love that. Okay, you guys, another big favorite amongst the 2024 makeup crowd was the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This was a cool, or this is a very cool product because the way that it works, it's basically a liquid highlighter. So you can use it on top of your foundation. So for example, I could put it on right now on top of my foundation and I would get a glow here. Another way that I use it, the way that I use it most of the time is I'll drop 1 or 2 drops into my foundation, mix it in with my hand, like mix it in with my brush. And what you end up getting is a different formula take on a classic formula foundation. So for example, Estee Lauder Double Wear, I always go back to that because that's like my tried and true bulletproof foundation. Because it's so long wear and because it's such full coverage, it tends to dry down a little bit too matte for some skin types. So if I want the longevity of wear of that foundation, but I want the luminosity of the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, for example, I can kind of custom create my own foundation by using a drop or 2 or 3, depending on the person's skin type, of this. So I'm shearing it out. I'm creating more of a luminous finish, but I still have the long lasting power and even the more full coverage results of the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Does that make sense, or am I losing you? I hope that makes sense. So it's a very multifunctional product. Another way that you can use it is completely on its own. So if you have very dry skin, you can apply your sunscreen. You can put dot, 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 rub it all over, and you end up with this kind of like sheer, glowy, very healthy kind of glass skin finish. Okay, so there's lots of ways to use this product, but this product is very expensive. So of course, e.l.f. came up with a dupe for it that is identical. This one is Lori Love's Cocktailing Foundation. Absolutely. It's like a makeup artist thing. We all do that. And I know a lot of consumers that aren't makeup artists don't do that, but you should, you guys. If you have a tinted serum or a tinted moisturizer, for example, and you want to wear it because you have a day of errands, you don't want to do like a full coverage foundation for a day of errands, but you're breaking out a little and you need a little more coverage, add a drop of your full coverage foundation to your tinted moisturizer and you've created a medium coverage foundation, right? So you can add a drop of a liquid highlighter to that and you can create luminosity in that foundation. So cocktailing it that way is really smart. It's the way to get the most out of your products. Okay, so this one here, I'll show you guys e.l.f. See, so it is such a direct, sorry, focus, there we go. It's such a direct dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury that it's almost like borderline embarrassing for e.l.f. Like if you're gonna dupe something, at least like pretend it's not a dupe. Everything about it's the same. The bottle, like they really duped it. But with that said, you do get something that is much less expensive if you want. And the size of it is massive again. So Charlotte Tilbury is $49. e.l.f. is $14. I'll show you guys here. Let me get close to you here. If I apply it here on the top of my cheekbone, so I just put it on the back of my hand so I didn't overdo it, and I'm putting it right on top of my blush. So do you see that? It's created like a glow on the cheekbone. So you can do it here. Some people really like doing it, I'll show you, right on the bridge of the nose. So you can take a tiny little bit, you can put a little dot here and a little tiny bit here. This was very popular back in 2018. It's kind of died down a little, but do you see how I created a spot of light here and a spot of light here? So what it's done is actually made my nose look narrow because there's a spot of light here that makes my bridge look skinny. So it's a highlight and contour technique. You can easily do it with a product like this and you can spend $14 instead of $50. We're getting here. I'm definitely going to try mixing foundations. Thank you.
I have also tried both of these products side by side, and I love comparing products. I cannot tell the difference, both in the finish and also the formula. They're equally as hydrating and sort of moisturizing to the skin. And that's coming from somebody who absolutely loves luxury makeup. I cannot tell the difference between the Charlotte Tilbury and the e.l.f. myself.
Yeah, that one really is like, that's the kind of dupe where it's like
It's a no-brainer.
and I almost feel bad because I don't really love supporting makeup giants that are like ripping off really great, innovative, but I mean, not that Charlotte Tilbury isn't a makeup giant, but I guess it's the nature of the game, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same.
Yes.
Do you have another one for us, or are we done?
I think that was it.
I think we got it. I'm just going to answer this quick. Samantha is asking me, I get this question all the time. What color do I wear for foundation? So Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani, I wear 3.5. If you're like me in color, then you are a medium toned person. So usually around the level 3, maybe level 4 in the summer, and you're warm. I have very warm undertones, okay? Oh, Lori, thank you. I really hope you continue with this dupes theme. So much fun. Thank you both. Lori, we really, really appreciate you sending us super thanks. Thank you so much for doing that. It just means everything.
I'm glad you like the theme as well.
So fun. This was really fun. Oh, thanks, Petra. Thanks for coming. So you guys, I have homework for you now. I want you to go and check out Sophia's channel. I want you to go and support her, subscribe, watch her videos, like her content. She's very humble, but she's got some incredible videos. She does a regular live stream series, which is awesome. She talks about luxury and dupes, and it's just a really amazing channel. So go on over there and hang out with her too.
Thank you. And thank you, Gabby, for having me on this live today. I love YouTube lives, and it was so fun just hearing from you guys and all of your comments. So thank you for coming out and listening to my recommendations. Hopefully I gave you some good recs to maybe put on your wish list for 2025.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you sold me on the bag, so.
Boom, there you go.
Thanks, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.